Alright guys, what's going on? What's up Optimus, Nils, Gravinder, Rav, Ginger, Phil, Guggen, Arton. Ginger, that spot gamma report, we'll go into more detail with it either tomorrow on voice chat or tomorrow post market. Today I just want to go over a bunch of plays that I'm seeing set up for the rest of the year. What's up Yash? So let's just go right into it. SPY, I know a lot of people got bullish at the end of the day there. We basically didn't even get back to the high of the day, but to each their own. I mean, a bunch of call flow came in. What's up, Ganesh? We didn't even get back to the high of the day, but it was a nice little rally to close out. Squeeze a couple bears, maybe. Hopefully, if futures keep going. What's up, Marcel? How you doing? Let's see. Hold on. My internet is acting up a little bit, but let's see if we can work with this. All right, so SPY, we're just kind of flagging out up here, right underneath the all-time highs. What's up, Ginger? What's up, Rishi? I'm kind of just flagging out. Yesterday we made all-time highs, completely rejected, profit taking at the top. Like I told you, bears took control at the end of the day there. We had a more sell-off today. We lost yesterday's low, but we did buy the dip today. So a lot of people this morning killed these puts. Congratulations. Killed these calls. Congratulations. I see you, Oscar. You're doing these little sneaky plays on your own, 100% plays. Good job. We're here to make you guys better traders. Just because we're not in a trade doesn't mean that it's not a good trade. You know what I mean? I can't take all the trades. So you guys know how to trade now. We teach you risk management, so don't go all in. Always have cash. What's up, Emilio? How you doing? And let's just go into it. For right now, SPY is completely sideways. There's no way to tell which direction this goes. We could go down more. We could go up more. Right now, it's just a little channel forming here. Let's see if this channel holds. Just a ascending channel here. Let's see if this is the bottom. If this is the bottom, if the channel holds, we do have room all the way to all-time highs. If we don't hold, we can roll over. And the thing about this channel here is, you see where I drew it? Right from the low to the low. Why? Because there's a 21-day moving average right underneath us as well. 463.61 is key hold for SPY. 463.61. Oh, there's no 4 there. If we hold it, we can move back to the top of the channel. What's up, Ricky? How you doing, Crystal? And here we go. Let's go into QQQ. Same kind of pattern. We still didn't get back to all high of the day. We didn't even get past this resistance that I have drawn from somewhere. Sorry, my internet's acting up a little bit. But yeah, it's the low of the day on November 18th was where this resistance came from. And we did not get through it at the end of the day. You can see a couple of rejects here. And after hours, we're kind of going down a little bit. Overall, almost same picture as SPY. I don't know why it's lagging. Okay, guys, if it's lagging, just watch it afterwards. If it's watchable, then watch it, obviously. But if it's lagging, just watch it after on YouTube. It won't be lagging there. QQQ, same kind of pattern as SPY, a little bit more wide. You can draw the same kind of channel here. These are the lows you want to watch out. We do not want to take out today's lows. If we do, we can see even more selling to the downside. Why do I say that? Because today's lows are at the 21-day moving average. 21-day moving average at 392.39. So keep an eye on today's lows and the 21-day moving average for support. XLF finally back inside our range that we've been watching since October. Looks strong. As I told you guys over the weekend, tech is very overextended, so we were going to rotate a little bit in my opinion. So I told you guys XLF and small caps would probably get the money for a little bit. XLF followed to a T, as you guys seen on GS here. A lot of people killed it in the group today. Good job on GS. Just absolute ripper off the lows. We're back above this little support line that I have drawn here from a while back. And looks great to go back to all-time highs. I mean, just through this resistance, 407.34 is the next resistance. After 407.34, we have this big volume shelf around 410 to 412. If we clear that, we're going to all-time highs on Goldman Sachs. IWM is still lagging a little bit compared to financials. So I want IWM to turn around. But if you guys look at this trend line here that I have drawn, we still closed above it today. I mean, there's really no reason to panic yet. Obviously, I cut my calls because I want to get in cheaper just in case we do dip a little bit more. But right now, we did close above the trend line. Just barely, but we did. And that's a doji. So this kind of doji signals a reversal. So if IWM starts going tomorrow, we can go back to all-time highs. Keep an eye out for that one. VIX. As I said earlier, lots of people think charting the VIX is useless. I don't think so. They're putting a low here. Higher low on the daily, higher low on the daily, higher low on the daily. When we lost that, the market started ripping. Then we put in a new low, and now we put in a higher low and a higher high. So what I mean by that is it's changing the trend here. changing the daily trend back in favor of VIX bulls. So as you know, if VIX is going up, the market usually goes down. So if VIX comes down here and we set a higher low than $16, as long as we stay above 16 bucks on VIX, this thing looks to move higher. Why do I say that? Another reason is when the VIX comes down a lot, when it gets crushed, big pop, and then it gets crushed, it usually compresses down here. In most charts, this is known as a bear flag. In the VIX, it just compresses the volatility until a big overshoot. So same thing here, compressed it, big shot, compressed it, big shot, compressed it, big, compressed, big shot. Like, that's how the VIX moves. So right now, we were compressing here, we got that big spike, and now the daily higher low is set. Now a higher high is put in. Let's see if we pull back on the VIX and close over 16 on the next high. Amazon, nothing really to trade here for me quite yet. I'm waiting for my numbers. We got higher higher lows on the daily, higher highs on the daily. How you doing, Gabriel? Amazon looks fine. Overall, obviously, if you guys got extended on those calls, you got wrecked. But what Amazon did right here is perfectly normal. We set a higher daily low, higher high. Then we set another higher high. If this is the low here, then we're going to go and look if we can get past 37.62 and keep this daily uptrend in progress. Other than that, it's very tricky to enter Amazon here for a long-term play. Just because there's no support around. The 8-day moving average at 35.80. We closed at 35.80 today. So we closed just underneath the 8-day moving average. If Amazon starts going tomorrow, it can absolutely rip. We can have another 100-point day in Amazon tomorrow just because we closed right at the 8-day moving average. If the sellers are done, the bulls can take over and we can absolutely rip on Amazon. So keep an eye on Amazon tomorrow. Tesla got destroyed today after a nice little run up here. Let's see. Is this stream lagging or it's okay for you guys? What is going on? Alright, so here's Tesla here. I don't recommend investing on margin, but good luck. Tesla, here we go. We got all-time highs. We got that dip. We need some consolidation. As Ricky has been saying, as we all know, Tesla loves to go on big runs and then it loves to consolidate for months at a time. So look at this right here, Tesla, big run, and then put it, the same thing always happens on Tesla. Tesla, big run, and then consolidates for months while keeping that all-time high there. Same thing back here, big run, consolidates for months before ripping through that high. Pattern, all-time high, and we consolidate for months. And then when this breakout happens is when you really want to catch Tesla. That's when we caught Tesla last time. That's why we killed it last time. So Tesla, all-time highs is going to be tough, but overall it's still a bullish structure. Everything still looks great on it. We held the 21-day moving average on it today. Let's see what it does tomorrow. So going into plays that I like for the end of the year, why do I like these plays? If we get that Christmas rally, if we get the seasonality, the strong seasonality that we usually get in the markets, there's a couple names that I think will run more than most. The first one is SE. Obviously you guys know SE. I've been calling it out for a year now. We got in shares at like under 150 here. I even gave it out for free. Everything was good. The 200-day moving average, I don't know if you can see it on my screen. It's dark blue. It's 283.58. 283.58 is the 200-day moving average on SE. So what did we do today? We picked up some calls for December 17th. If we do rally, you guys all know how fast SE moves. Those premiums jump like crazy. And yeah, you're right, Turkey. Absolutely. The split could absolutely just ruin it could completely ruin the technicals. It could make it $1 trillion. It could make it run a lot. But other than a crazy scenario like a split, usually Tesla just does this. It goes on a crazy run, sets an all-time high, and then consolidates for months. That's what I'm talking about. SE, we're holding the 200-day moving average, so I jumped in December 17th calls today. This one can rebound fast. If you guys zoom out on SE, the last time we touched the 200-day on the daily was May of 21. We bounced off it pretty hard, but the weekly is what caught my attention here, I believe. The weekly, we've never gotten down to the 50-day moving average on the weekly this whole run up, okay? And today, the weekly was at 274.20. 274.20. Today, we touched 272. So today we touched the 50-day and look how much we bounced off it. We touched 272 and we closed at 287. So 15-point move already off the lows off SE, and I think this one continues to run into Christmas if we do get that rally. Second one I like into Christmas is SQ or Square. Square's been in this huge weekly range. This is a daily chart. But since November of 2020, if you go on the weekly, it's a little clearer. Just been stuck between this range. Every time it gets to 197, you buy. Every time it gets to 278, you sell. It's a very simple strategy. Once it gets to 278, you can even short it all the way down and then long it all the way back up. I love these trading ranges. I've traded them for weeks and months at a time. And if SQ hits my alert, as you guys see here, we got 197 to 192 is the demand area. Once we get in there, I'm going to go long, and I'll be looking to scale out at 278. So that's basically it. That's the easiest trade you can ever do. And if we get that year-end rally, I do expect SQ to make its range way back up. But again, I have a bunch of charts, bunch of setups, bunch of names that I'm watching. I will only get in the ones that get what I want. So on SQ, I need to get to 198 to 192. Between those two areas, I will pick up SQ. If we don't get back up there, I will focus on the other charts that do get to my criteria, right? There's no rush. There's nothing, like, I'm not FOMOing into anything. Dawkins, one of the strongest names I've been looking to get in. We've played calls on this one before, but I really wanted a long-term position on this one. So what am I looking on this one? Why? It looks like it's dumping, right? Why? Yesterday, we dumped 20% on Dawkins. Today, we dumped another 4%. But what I like is we touched the 50-day moving average on Dawkins, almost to 94.74. We touched the 50-day moving average was 95. We bounced off it and closed $4 higher. So $98 was a close. And that's why I love Dawkins. I have such a strong stock, such a good company. And mind you, I took Dawkins and SE today. I did only take one half of a position. I still have room to add more because I do think there's more downside this week. I could be wrong, but I do think either tomorrow or Friday afternoon we will have another flush, and that's when I want to add the rest of my positions. So that's my thinking behind these plays. Don't just follow blind and just jump in with all your account. Airbnb here, another strong stock I want long term. There's two reasons for this one as Airbnb long term. And what I'm watching for in Airbnb is there's a strong, what's wrong with my charts today? All right, so I'm just going to pinch it a little bit. It's not working here. So we have this two layers of support here, right? So I have this support ascending and I have this ascending support. It's Airbnb. Talking about Airbnb right now. We have this demand zone on the whole ride up. We've had this demand zone and Airbnb is sitting right in that demand zone. So what I like here is if you stretch this one, if you stretch the top of the demand zone, it lines up perfectly with the 50-day moving average, which is at 177.10. 177.10. So if you have, I'll just put 177. But if you have two layers of support on a name, that's called an inflection point. So basically, if Airbnb closes below 177, I will not look at the stock for a while. If it closes above 177, this one's set to rip into Christmas. Just because it's an inflection point, two areas of support at the same spot, very strong. The one before Airbnb is Dawkins. It's one of the strongest companies in the stock market. I love it long term. So Airbnb, I'm watching into the end of the year as well. Tomorrow or Friday, if we look like we're closing above 177 on Airbnb, I will take a position for Christmas as well. And I know I'm talking about taking a lot of positions, especially in this weak market, but just look at a seasonality chart, look at what the stock market usually does in December, and make your own decision for your account. I'm just doing what's right for me. UPST is another one. UPST was one of the strongest stocks. Obviously, we had this head and shoulders up here. Very clear breakthrough on earnings. UPST was a 401.50 stock, so $401 stock. Today it hit 189. We lost more than half the value of UPST within a month. So what I'm looking for on UPST now is the same kind of pattern as SE. So SE, I showed you guys, we're almost at the 200-day on the daily. The weekly was what did it for me, but even on the daily, 200-day SE, touched it, went underneath it, and we closed above it. So let's see if we get the same type of play on UPST 175. a little flush under the 200-day, and then they rip it back over. That's super bullish. I'm going to look for Christmas calls on UPST as well. Selch, same setup, 200-day moving average at $71. Now, it was at $70.95. We closed today at $71.60, so another one that I want to hold, $71. As long as it's holding 71, I might jump into Christmas calls as well for this one. This one I might actually even take equity. I like the company long term. And I'll look at HPQ. So those are my favorite plays going into Christmas. If we get an all-time, if we get a rally into Christmas, I'll be watching SE and Dawkins. I already have positions in SE and Dawkins starter positions. I want SQ around 197 to 192 area. I want Airbnb if it holds 177 on Friday. UPST I want if it flushes below 175 and comes back above 175 on the same day. I want UPST. Get rid of this. And CELH 71 hold into Friday is another one of my favorite plays. I'll go over HPQ and then I will call it a day. HPQ, beautiful daily charts, bull flag breakout. Let's see what it's doing after hours if my computer wants to work right now. Alright, Turkey, I'm having some difficulties here with the internet, but I will definitely check it out and I'll let you know what I think in the premium chat. Thank you, bullish. Don't go all in. Keep your mind open. Be able to change. If the market dumps tomorrow, what are you going to do? If the market rips tomorrow, what are you going to do? You got to know before it happens or else your emotions are going to take over. Alright, guys, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.